Good morning. This is Sue from Yoga Hasta. We're in the beautiful western North Carolina mountains this morning at the campground with the babbling creek in back of us. Today we're going to be perhaps using a strap. This one stretches, or you can use a towel, whatever you have. We're going to be doing hip openers today to kind of loosen up our hip area. So let's start by closing our gaze, getting into a nice seated position. Make sure you're comfortable. You can close your gaze if you like. And warming up the body by taking some breaths in and out. And now let's inhale and exhale audibly through our mouth. One more. And open your gaze. Let's bring our hands to heart center and inhale, watching the hands as they graze up in the air. And exhale down to our sides. Two more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And final time, inhale up. And exhaling down. And then bring those hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and then gaze up. Bring the hands down, the shoulders back, gazing up. And then release the hands, shake your hands and your arms out a little bit. And let's inhale up. And then the left arm's going to come down, the other arm over your head. Both arms up. And switch it out, other arm over your head. And once again, inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. And both arms up, big inhale, and bring them down. I'm going to do a little bit of a twist, but we're going to keep our hands on our knees. So we're going to inhale, and then take the body in a slight twist to the right as you exhale. And hold. And bring the arms up, inhaling. And bring the arms down. Inhaling once again. And exhaling, turning the body slightly in the opposite direction. We're going to twist a little further, come to the middle, arms up. And now when the arms come down, let's twist just a little bit further with our hand, one hand behind us, the other hand on your knee. And then come to neutral. Inhale up. We're going to do the other side. Inhale, exhale. And hold that twist. And come back to neutral. Okay, we're going to do a pose called cow face. Bend one of your knees, point the knee forward, and try to bring that other knee over it so that they're stacked on top of one another. This alone is a good stretch for our hips. So we'll stay there for just a moment. And then raise your arms up. And we're going to bring one arm behind us. And the other arm, we're going to try to reach back and join those fingers together. Now you may or may not be able to do that. I know mine are not touching at this point. And then release the arms, bring them back up. And we're going to do the opposite. Left hand, patting myself on the back. Right hand, trying to meet that left hand. And breathe. And releasing the hands, rolling the shoulders a little bit, releasing the legs. And we're going to come over to tabletop. I like to start all of my tabletops with some rolling of our hips. So let's come forward and then all the way around to the right in a big circle. And stopping at the front. Let's go in the opposite direction. And one more big circle. And come back. Let's come push back into a child's pose with your arms extended. Release your head down to the mat. And then as we push up, we're going to extend our left leg and extend the right arm. So you'll notice my left leg is not up in the air, but it can be. You might want to experiment with that, see how your balance is doing today. And then the arm and the leg come down and push back into child's pose. Pushing back up, we're going to bring that right leg out behind us. And our left arm. You can lift up that right leg. And bring them both down. And push back into child's pose again. This time we're going to push back up into tabletop. And we're going to bring our right leg forward, right in between our hands. And we're going to push forward and back. Pushing forward, we're working on our left hip extensor. Pushing back, we're stretching the back of that front leg. And coming back to neutral, let's walk the hands up that leg and just place both hands on your knee. How you doing? Try to balance right here. And then bring the arms up. Reach for the sky. And then bring the arms back down to the mat. Now while we're here, we're going to move that right hand to the center and move our right bent knee out. And as we come down a little bit, we're going to let that leg reach out to the side. So our right leg was here, and now it's tilted a little bit out to the side. You can also come down on your forearms if that's available to you. I'm finding that a little hard today. And then coming back up, bringing that foot to the middle again. And let's do that stretching forward and back. Remembering to breathe. Come to neutral. Bring your arms and your legs together. And I'm going to move a little bit back on my mat. Okay, so we've done our hip rotations. We're going to bring our left foot forward in between those hands. And again, we're going to push forward, stretching that right hip flexor. And push back, stretching the back of that left leg. And one more, forward and back. Come to the center, and let's bring both hands to the right of our left foot and let that left leg fall out to the left. Remembering that we can come down to our forearms. Or you can stay up higher. And now moving that foot back into the middle. And we're going to push back and forth very gently. And one more back. And come to the middle. And I think I almost forgot this. Come up for a balance. And if you're okay here, try to bring your arms all the way up. And then come down and bring yourself back into tabletop. And just sway back and forth a couple of times. We're going to go into a down dog. So make sure you have proper support with your hands. Tuck your toes and push up into that down dog. Take a few breaths. And we're going to slip a little bit of strength work for our arms in here. Lower down to plank. And you're looking straight ahead. Just take a couple of breaths here. And push back up into down dog. Ready for another plank? Come down into plank. Just a few breaths here. And up into down dog. Now, put all the weight in your right foot. Bend the left knee. And bring that leg up. Point your toe for three-legged dog. Bend your knee. And then that left knee is going to come forward into pigeon pose. Right leg is back. And once you're in this position, try to walk your hands back just a little bit. Arch the back, gaze up. And you're in pigeon pose. And we're going to come out of that. Curl the right toes. Come back into down dog. So we brought our left leg up last time. Get the weight into your left leg and bring your right leg up. Bend the leg and bring it forward into pigeon on this side. Left foot is flat. Gently walk your hands back and gaze up. A little bit of a back bend. And walk the hands forward. We're going to come up to standing at this point. So we're going to tuck those toes. Come back into down dog. Let's walk the dog, bend our knees. And then quiet the feet. Step the feet forward. Come up halfway. Make sure your back is nice and straight. And then come all the way up. Raise the arms up. And let the arms float down to your side. And I apologize. I've been looking off into the distance instead of at the students. So we're going to do a couple of standing poses as long as we're here. I'm going to start with the eagle. Eagle is a difficult pose. There are several different ways you can do it. So let's start with the easiest way. Come into chair. And then just put one leg on top of the other. The arms can be up like this or together. And look straight ahead. The more difficult way to do eagle is with the eagle arms and the eagle legs. And then come out and bring the arms down. Okay. Let's get all that weight in the right foot. Bend both of the knees. Bring one foot over that knee. And you can bring the arms just like this, looking straight ahead. Or you can do the full eagle, bringing one of the legs down and adding the eagle arms. And bring the arms up and float down to the side. Ah, congratulations. That was a hard pose. Okay, let's try tree pose. So again, get all that weight into one leg. Come up into your tree. You can do a kickstand or like this. And just, all right. Tree pose. I'm going to bring my hands to heart center. And breathe. We have bugs in the outdoors. It's not too bad though. And bring the arms up and come out of your tree pose. All right, let's do the other leg. The weight is in the right leg. And come into your tree on this side. And bring the arms up. Ooh, come out of tree pose gracefully, hopefully. Okay, all right. We're gonna do one twist, like make your feet very wide. And we're gonna bring our arms out into a T and come down with a flat back. Now bring your right arm down to one leg and bring your opposite arm up in the air. Come back into that T. Left arm down to the left leg and right arm up to the sky. Bring both arms to the side. Come up and bring the feet together. Okay, let's lie down on our back at this point. I'm going to do some twisting. We may or may not have time to use the band. So come down on your back, just very gently. Your hands are at your side. Straighten your right leg. And then you're going to bring your left leg up. Place that right hand on your left knee and gently guide it all the way over your body. Maybe 3 or 4 breaths here. And then as you guide that knee back up, switch hands and bring that leg all the way out to the other side. Just do what you can, do what's comfortable. My leg is obviously not down on the mat. And then guide that leg back up and down to the mat. And let's squeeze the knees into our chest 2 times. Bring the feet back to the mat. And this time the left leg is going to be straight. The right leg's going to come up. Grab the right knee with the left hand and rotate that leg over your body. Three or 4 breaths. And bring that leg up. And as you bring it up, switch hands and bring it all the way out to the other side. Opening up the hips, opening up the chest. And then bring that knee up. And let's bring both knees up all the way to our chest. And bring them all the way down to the mat. Okay, I'm going to take the time to grab that strap. So grab your strap or your towel. You're still on your back. You put that strap over the ball of your right foot. Straighten out that left leg and gently pull that leg into your body. Should feel a good stretch in your hamstrings. Release. And then let that leg fall all the way out to the side. Try to hold it with that right arm and bring the left arm out. You're supporting it with that band. Few breaths in and out. Now here's where you need to be very mindful, especially if you've had a hip replacement. Bring that foot back up. And this is the one thing you should not do if you've had your right hip replaced, is go over towards the other side. You're crossing the midline of the body. So if you have had a hip replacement, you're going to stop right here. And then bring that leg back up, bend the knee, and we're going to put that strap on the other leg. Now I'm on a platform, so my leg's going to be hanging in the air, but okay, bring that leg forward. Feel that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. And release it. And bring that leg out to the side. Very slowly bring that leg up. And remember, if I have had a left hip replacement, I'm going to stop right here. Feel that stretch and enjoy that stretch. If you have not had a hip replacement, you can cross that midline and hold. Bring the leg back to the center and relax. Bend the knee. Place that band to your side. And we're going to bend our knees again. Widen our stance a little bit to do windshield wiper. Back and forth to the left and to the right. And stopping those knees. We're going to take just a little bit of time for Shavasana. I'm going to straighten my legs out, bring my hands to the side, close my eyes, And take a few breaths to relax and restore. And slowly open your eyes. If you've closed them, bend your knees. Come all the way to the side. And gently push yourself back up to an easy seated position on your mat. Let's put our hands on our knees. Take a few more breaths. Close your eyes again. And bring your hands to heart center. Open your gaze. I hope you've enjoyed this hip opener, hip strengthening practice as part of our outdoor series with Yoga Hasta. Namaste.